Hey everyone, this is J-Dog and I'm here with another video. Shout out to the two women in these two separate videos that I'm going to show where they called out the DNC, the Democratic Party National Committee, and DNC party leader Jamie Harris from trying to basically ignore the black community, and that trying to walk away when we're trying to fight for reparations and an anti-black hate crime bill that protects black people. Alright, so I'm going to play the first video right here. So you had these two ladies, they confront the DNC, and the DNC just ran away like a bunch of cowards, like a bunch of pussies. Especially Jamie Harris, because they know that because the Democrats are just doing everything to ignore, but they want to flood the zone with illegals, and basically try to ignore the black vote, knowing that that would be a mistake, because this is what the Democrats need to understand, that if they keep neglecting and keep ignoring the black vote, they're not going to have it next year in 2024, and then they're going to end up losing to Republicans. Not saying the Republicans are better, because they have shown that they don't want to support black people either, but the Democrats keep saying that they are our friends, but they're not showing us that they are our friends. So right now I'm going to tell you these two videos of women just calling out the hypocrisy of the Democratic Party, and just calling out Jamie Harris, and you can see the cowardness of the Democratic Party. Here's the first video. All right. Hold on. All right. Here's the first video.
It's not just about lineage-based reparations. We have other problems. You're asking us for our vote. We need an anti-black crime bill. We have just witnessed in Jacksonville a white supremacist shoot down 3 people for the sake, just simply because they were black. Subsequent to that, there was another thwarted attempt at the church, right, that was thankfully thwarted, where they wanted to kill.
So I actually did a video on that man that tried to do that attack. I called that video, I think he tried to be the next Dylan Roof. And then she also talked about Ryan Palmeter. That was the guy who killed 3 black people at a Dollar General store, but almost could have caused another mass shooting at a HBCU. He failed because the security stepped up and fought back Ryan Meter from entering the school, and he ran away like a coward, and then found a more non-secured area by shooting at a Dollar General. And that's what the lady is talking about. What she's trying to say is that the black community, and which is us, we're trying to get an anti-black hate crime bill, meaning one that if you attack black people, you get in trouble by the law and you get severe punished. Because remember, the Democrats, they gave the Asian community a anti-Asian hate crime bill, because the Asians were complaining that the hate crimes against Asians were increasing because of what was happening with the Rona, and because where the Rona came from. But notice we can't get black people can't get a hate crime bill that protects black people. And this is what she is saying. Now I'm going to continue this video.
Black people in a church. This is literally our life in our world. Within the past 30 days, then up in the Cape, up in Massachusetts, we got young white supremacists sitting up there trying to drown a teenage black boy in a pond and yelling George Floyd. So we have a real problem. The DNC needs to give us an anti-black criminal bill. It's extremely serious. Let's reel it back. Let's take it back to Buffalo. Everybody's being shot in Buffalo. No, hold on. In Buffalo.
Now you had Jamie Harris of the DNC, because he's on stage trying to interrupt this woman. This woman was just trying to speak some truth about what's going on with the black community and the stuff that we need help with. And then you had the shields, the Democratic shields. You got Jamie Harris, the Democratic shields. By the way, Jamie Harris is the guy who tried to beat Lindsey Graham for South Carolina U.S. Senate seat. Of course, he failed, and the Republicans have the two U.S. Senate seats for South Carolina, one by Lindsey Graham and one by Tim Scott. So Jamie Harris lost, but the DNC decided to make him the DNC, but the Democratic Party decided to make him the DNC chairman anyway. That's the guy that runs the DNC, that deals with all the different elections to help Democrats get elected into office and stuff. And remember, it was the Democrats that set up this town hall meeting, but they don't want to listen to the people because she's speaking truth. And I'm shout out to this woman because she's speaking some truth. You got people on stage that's supposed to be professionals not acting like professionals and trying to interrupt this woman instead of let her speak her piece, speak her truth. But let's continue.
We died in Buffalo, but we got an anti-Semitism bill. What is the DNC doing about anti-blackness in this country? What are you talking about? Good question. No, I don't lay it down. What are you doing? We need to do something.
No, you don't. You just interrupted this lady that's trying to speak some truth. Look at him. You probably can't, I'm sorry if you can't see far away, but look at this guy. This guy is just blabbering and stuff like that because deep down he didn't want to hear it. He's a coward. The Democrat Party, the Demon Rats, the DNC, they're all a bunch of cowards because they know that they're neglecting the black votes. They're ignoring black people. They want to help these migrants who are not even citizens. They want to send money over to Ukraine and but not help people in this country, not help the black community. They want to help other communities, but not the black community.
Facts.
And she's also talking about reparations. And when she means by lineage based, she means for black Americans, foundational black Americans, or basically black people in this country who are the descendants of chattel slavery. All right, those, hell, maybe even before chattel slavery, black people who were already in this country, even as chattel slavery, which was claimed to have started in 1619, was about to begin, and then, you know, black people were enslaved all the way to 1865 when we finally were given our freedom. And then we also had to go through Jim Crow all the way to the Civil Rights Movement. So the descendants of foundational black Americans who helped build this country, that's what she's talking about, us getting reparations, because they were forced us into free labor. Black people were not getting paid during slavery because they were slaves. So those were our ancestors. So now we're trying to get reparations. We're trying to, for years we've been fighting to get reparations because they do not want to give us reparations. And then you have the DNC and the Republicans, the Democrats just trying to ignore us. Well, that ends today.
We need to do something about anti-black crime. You are the DNC. You have the power of the DNC. We don't see it. Joe Biden said that he had our back, but what we're seeing is that he's stabbing us in the back.
That's exactly true. Joe Biden said that he had black people's back. No, he stabbed us in the back, and that's why the Democrats are panicking. I've been talking about this in previous videos, or at least maybe a couple videos. Biden is losing the black voters. All right, his poll numbers are down, and part of the reason why his overall poll numbers is down is because he's losing voters, and particularly black voters. He went from having the support of black people, 80% of his voters being black, to only 60% of his voters being black. Why? because the poll numbers have been going down. Black people have finally started to see the corruption and racism within the Democratic Party. And now the poll numbers are going down. And if the Democrats are not careful, they're going to keep going down to the point where they will not have enough of our votes to win. And if they can't get enough of them migrants, or if they can't get enough people that are not black voters to vote for them in 2024, Joe Biden is out of office.
Respectfully disagree with you too.
I respectfully. Well, you need to respectfully go to the drawing board and look at the current events. Look at what's going down in the national media. We're getting killed.
Well, and listen,
They're drowning.
I know that.
The case 2 weeks ago,
I know that.
you want to drown a teenager in a white supremacist.
Jamie Harrison, you see Jamie Harrison on that stage, the coward that he is. He never wanted to hear what she was saying, but I'm glad that she's standing her ground and trying to explain what's going on. It's just the DNC, they probably wanted to do this town hall and try to say a bunch of BS to try to get votes, and people are calling the DNC out, people are calling the Democrat Party out for their BS. And for the fact that they have ignored the black vote for years. They took the black vote for granted. And now black people are demanding more, like we should. And the Democrats can't stand it.
A young one too. They're being breeded. You want to get them drowned? Everybody's trying to act like anti-blackness doesn't exist. They don't talk.
Yep, both parties, and these white supremacists and these buck dancers, these sellouts like Jamie Harris, who's sitting in that stage, they want to ignore what's happening in the black community, unless they can use what's going on to basically make black people look bad. They want to talk about the crime within the black community to make black people look bad. They'll talk about that. That's just to make us look bad. But when we're the victims of racism and stuff, they want to ignore that.
Right here on this university, the Freedmen Center. We're talking about the Freedmen. We're talking about the descendants.
The Freedmen is another term for foundational black Americans, black people who were descendants of American slaves in this country, the United States, who were in chattel slavery up until the end of the Civil War. Alright, the black descendants of American slaves, of black American slaves, who were here in America, being put in chattel slavery up until to the end of the Civil War in 1865. That's what we mean by freemen. That's another term, just like foundational black Americans. Some people call us ADOS. I like the term foundational black American or freemen, but freemen is another term I would like to use. Basically, any black person that was here even before chattel slavery, who was already here in America, who helped build the foundation that is the United States of America through slavery. That's who she's talking about.
Of U.S. chattel slavery, known as freedmen and the Negro. When is the DNC going to do something for the Negro? We need our...
And shout out to her. Now,
So we have a...
sorry about that. So now we're going to turn to this other sector of the video. Sorry. Alright, hold on. Now here's another lady. She's talking about, when she said illegal, she's talking about the immigrants, the migrants, who are not citizens that's coming from the border, going to places like Chicago and New York and California. They just walking in and they get free stuff, free loans, free grants, and it's at the expense of American citizens, and particularly black people. We have to spend our entire tax dollars on these people who got in illegally. Yeah, we get it. They're trying to run away from something, most of it caused by what America's foreign policy has done. But you're taking away money and opportunities away from American citizens, and particularly black people, black American citizens who are already here, but that's who the Democrat is helping, but not American citizens, not black American citizens. And we know why they're doing it. It's because they're hoping to get votes from the undocumented immigrants and try to make them citizens so they can vote Democrat. And I know that plan is eventually going to fail or backfire in some kind of way, or affect them negatively in some kind of way. But shout out to this woman for calling also. She's also calling out the DNC for their cowardness and stupidity and their ignorance. But let's continue with the video.
I'm talking to black people about voting, and that's what you're doing up in here today. Pandering for votes to all of.
Yep, that's what the DNC is doing. They're trying to pay, because, like I said earlier, Biden's poll numbers are bad right now. Very bad, because he has betrayed a lot of people, including the black community. He has betrayed a lot of people. He's done a lot of stupid stuff that is now his poll numbers are going down. I'm not saying the Republicans are doing any good either. The Republicans are just as worse. Matter of fact, with both parties doing bad, that's why people are talking about Green Party, Libertarian Party, Independent Party, and stuff. They're talking about R.K. Jr. and Cornel West, that even if they're not expected to win, people are either going to vote for them or just sit it out, because they're sick and tired of the two-party system of the Demon Rats and the Republic Klansmen. So, yeah. Well, black people are starting to get sick and tired of that every election, that's when they start talking and pandering to black people, use black celebrities and stuff just to pander us. Well, this is why and it's up to us to stand up for ourselves and say that you can't pander to us anymore. You need to give us some tangibles or we're not going to vote for you. But let's continue with this video.
Students up in here. You're sitting on your hand, literally, and then you're going to be disrespectful and walk off the stage. But you want our vote. Sir, we've been voting for 60.
You see, Jamie Harris and DNC walking away like cowards because they heard some truth. See, they couldn't stand the truth. If you've seen that scene, The Few Good Men, you can't handle the truth. Well, that's exactly what's happening. Jamie Harris can't handle the truth. They can't handle the truth. The DNC can't handle the truth. Because that's what these two ladies, the older lady that we're now hearing from and the one we heard earlier, they've been speaking some truth about what's going on with black people in the United States of America, and what's going on, the lies of the DNC and other politicians and stuff. Let's continue. Which is correct. And this is before Joe Biden and Kamala and stuff like that. Even with Obama and stuff, black people are starting to feel like we've got nothing. Whether it's from Republicans, whether it's from Democrats, or any political party. We've got nothing. But we are the ones that told we gotta vote, we gotta vote, we gotta vote. Well, yes, voting is important. But at the end of the day, if we're not getting anything out of it, we either have to vote for someone else, or why bother? Why bother? We need to do something else to try to get stuff. You can't just keep voting for the same people or for just only one party and they're not going to do anything. Yes, voting is important. Yes, it's good to register. I'm a registered voter myself. I register it because I know when it's important to vote and when it's time to try something else. But if the so-called friends of the black people are not going to help the black people, then why should we continue to vote for the DNC? Yes, we know the Republicans are bad, but what are the Democrats doing? Are the Democrats doing better? It looks like the Democrats are doing worse.
No, because I'm the answer. 16 years we've been voting. What have we got? All that being at the bottom class. And this clown here gonna sit up here and give us this Baptist preacher antic show, and we got him. I hope you're not buying into this bullshit. I really hope you're not buying into it. So that is fucking disgusting.
All right, shout out to that lady right there. Shout out to the two ladies who spoke in both of these videos. So yeah, if the Democrats keep ignoring the black vote, they're not going to have the black vote in the next election or the elections later to come. So we want reparations. We want a crime bill that protects black people, not a crime bill that incarcerates and tries to destroy the black community, but one that protects the black community. Yeah, shout out to these two ladies for speaking some truth. I hope those students were listening, because I know that some of them were kind of being wishy-washy and ignoring, but they needed to hear that truth. And hopefully some of them were listening so they can understand what's going on, and maybe they do their research and stuff. But yeah, she was talking about the immigrants, the migrants. They're not even citizens, not even registered to vote, may not even be able to vote next year's election. They're getting all kinds of free stuff just by walking through the border, while you, the American citizen, the taxpayer, is getting nothing after all what we've done. And then you had the DNC, Jamie Harris, DNC just running away out the stage like cowards. Yeah. Now, yeah, you think that's going to help the Democrats get more votes? I don't think so. The fact that it's going to cause, with Jamie Harris and DNC running away like cowards, that's probably going to cost them even more votes. That's going to cause them to lose more votes with their cowardness. But that's all I have to say. I'll leave a link to this thing for you to watch at your own time in the comment section and the description box. But yeah, shout out to those two ladies in the two videos. But I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Write down in the comment section what y'all think. I know this video is long, but everything in those two videos needs to been seen and talked about. But yeah, I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Write down in the comment section what y'all think. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that notification. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.